Is anyone else having the most bizarre interactions with men these days? This man follows me on Instagram and I respond to his messages. He DMs me, I respond to his messages. We're chitting and chatting. We're talking about whatever under the sun. I live in Houston. He lives in Houston too. So he reaches out and, tries to figure out like, what do I like to do for fun in the area? I'm chitting and chatting with him, being nice, being kind. Even if this turns into a friendship, I'm happy to meet a friend in Houston. That's great. This man asked me out for drinks. I didn't get a chance to respond because I was on the phone at the time when I saw the message, but I was going to call him back and respond, as soon as I got off the phone. I get back to the message thread. All of his messages are gone, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, wow, these men can't handle rejection that bad that you're unsending all of your messages? I mean, QJT.
He felt you weren't interested, and he moved on. I don't see the issue.
Something I will never understand is people who don't want to be friends with you after you reject them, if you were initially friends, right? Because if you ask someone out, you probably think they are a very cool person and very attractive. That's like the baseline, right? So if someone rejects you, then like you should still feel like they're a cool person, so you would still want to be their friend. I don't understand, honestly, because my personal opinion is that, like, okay, if we aren't dating, like, the reason I asked you out was because I thought you were a great person to be around, so obviously I still want to be around you. I don't know, I just feel like friendship is so undervalued these days.
You want them to stay friends, maintain the same dynamic that probably caused one person to catch feelings in the first place. And then what? Hope they get over it even though nothing has changed?
Now that you know that there's no chance of us ever fucking, you're gonna be like that? You're gonna be a weirdo? Okay, weirdo. Okay, be weird then. Freaking weirdo. This is why I don't like men.
For those of you who have not seen her video, she works with this guy. He thinks she's attractive. He tried to shoot his shot. She said she wasn't interested. So the next time they came to work, he didn't say shit to her. He just left her alone. That's it. That's the story. That's why she's calling men weird.
If a job is not hiring, why on earth would I still apply? The poor bears don't know what is coming to them. They better be prepared.
What? Wow!
You aren't owed a friendship. You need to understand that. And you do not have any right to tell people how to handle rejection, as long as it does no physical harm to anyone.
I need a name for the opposite of being friend-zoned because I am so exhausted of having this experience where I think I've made a genuine guy friend. We're laughing, we're having a good time, we're bonding over mutual interests. It just feels very wholesome and fun. And then they say something suggestive, and then I have to either A, not reciprocate, or B, set a boundary, and then they just stop talking to me. And this can happen in any like phase of a relationship. Either you've just met or you've known each other for a little bit. And it's so dehumanizing because it's very clear then that I was only seen as a romantic or sexual prospect and not as like a person. If you have a name suggestion for this awful experience, put them down below. Feel free to share your experiences because I would love to have just a bonding moment with people who have also gone through this.
Again, you're looking for a friend. He's looking for a girlfriend. You both didn't match, so he went his way. Simple as that.
I want to talk about this video that I saw of a woman who friend-zoned a man who was pursuing her. So a few weeks later, he hits her up and he was like, I'd like to go with you to the farmer's market just as friends. And she was like, you know what? That sounds great. They coordinate a time and place. She gets there first and she texts him and says, I'm here. He tells her he's about 20 minutes away and she doesn't want to wait. So she goes ahead and starts shopping. So about 20 minutes later, she hasn't heard from him and hasn't seen him. So she hits him up again and she's like, are you here yet? And he's like, the parking is really crazy. I'll let you know when I find a place and park. So she still keeps walking around, keeps shopping. And then some more time passes and she's like, are you here yet? And he's like, I just found a spot. I'll be there in a few minutes. So by this time, she's almost ready to leave because she's been there for a while. So she hits him up and she's like, I'm getting ready to leave. Girl, don't you know he already blocked her? And she was like, oh, I see what this is all about. He wanted to get back at me for putting him in the friend zone. So he set up this fake date that he never had any intentions on coming to.
This made me laugh. Men and women dominated fields, I guess. A taste of your own medicine.
Oh, that sounded really bratty.
She wanted to keep him as a fan, but bro wasn't having it.
Guys get friend-zoned, but girls get fuck-zoned.
A boy stops talking to us suddenly after he gets a girlfriend, or starts ghosting us after we reject his first move. A friendship that we valued, we thought mattered, if only just a little to him, turned out not to matter at all. But in the end, we're the bad guys. We're the ones who lead the good guys on. Of course, we should just expect that's what you always want. We should just expect that friendship is never as valuable as a twist of our hand. They got friend-zoned. They only lost another girl, another rejection. But we lost a friend, someone we thought was worth more. We lost a friend.
Friend zone simply means spare tire. It's just a way to use a man for his resources. Guys, move smartly on these streets.
So I came across this, and I wanted to see what y'all think. Is she wrong for feeling devastated? Is he wrong for blocking her? What y'all think? Get in them comments. Let's talk about it.
She used him for 2 months. Now she's devastated because he no longer is going to allow her to keep using him. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
So I just found out the boy who likes me, who I don't like back, is finally moving on from me because I rejected him. Maybe I was kidding. Maybe I do like you now. You're not liking someone else.
Attention is a drug to these women. This isn't cute. Let people find happiness with someone else if you ain't about it.
Girls, why is it so difficult to ever find a male friend who actually wants to be friends and doesn't think of you in a romantic or sexual way? Because I have never had a male friend, aside from a guy, like friends who have been in long-term relationships, or they're gay, that have not confessed some sort of romantic feelings, and it's pretty sad. And I understand that people can't choose how they feel, and yet it's good to be honest, but it does make you think, when you're having any type of friendship with a man, about doubting the true intentions behind that friendship, and if they have some sort of romantic motive or look at you in a romantic way. And I literally just want to be friends, and it's not fun. And I don't mean to come from a place that sounds really I don't know what the word is, really I'm bigging myself up and thinking I'm so great and that everybody wants me, because I know that there are plenty of people out there who aren't attracted to me and don't want to be with me. I'm simply saying, from my lived experience of having male friends, it has always ended with them confessing some sort of feelings, and I just want buddies.
Doesn't it make more sense to develop romantic feelings for a friend than it is to date complete strangers and force a bond? Isn't it common sense? And if he says he likes you from the jump and wants a romantic relationship with you, you start ranting about how men see you as objects and how men see you as playthings. That's all for today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, click on the notification bell to know when I drop a new video. Bye.